Hello there, witches. Welcome back. I'm Steph. I'm the host of the Witch Wednesdays podcast, but today we are talking money bowls. And I don't know how much you can see behind me based on the lighting because the sun is just setting so much earlier these days, so I am losing the light, but I have the artificial light going over there, so hopefully that is helping a little. But behind me, you can see the candle and the setup of my money bowl, and that is what we are going to be talking about today. And depending how much else you can see back there, that's my Halloween staging area. So that is all getting ready. And I hope you are looking forward to Halloween and Samhain content because I'm going to have a new video here every day in October. So hopefully you are looking forward to that. But today is all about money bowls, and I'm going to show you how mine is going to be set up so you can see what I'm personally going to include and then get a couple of ideas for you to include in your own money bowl. But first we are going to go over what that even is and how it works. So let's dive in. Prosperity spells in general are very popular in witchcraft because a lot of witchcraft and spells are based on that like attracts like principle. And we are all looking for a little bit of a boost in the finances. This is a popular time for it because we are heading into the holiday season, which has so many expenses associated with that. And everybody likes starting the new year on a good foot without debt. And of course, the state of our economy and inflation is just a disaster. So if you are here in the States with me, then I understand your pain. The inflation is just wild, and I think we could all use a little bit of boost in the finances department. There are a lot of different ways that you can use prosperity spells. You can make money jars or sachets, but I think the money bowl has become really popular because it is very easy to work with and really include the ingredients to make it your own. And it is a practice that is used among a lot of different cultures. I know that there is a feng shui prosperity bowl that this idea likely comes from, but there are a lot of different cultures that use the idea of using a bowl for this. The bowl is the magnet for money. You are going to be putting in the correspondences that you associate with money and prosperity, so then more money and prosperity will be drawn to the things that are in that bowl because they are attracting the like to the like. That is a form of sympathetic magic where you are using these ingredients and correspondences to represent and attract the thing that you are desiring more of. Since money is in that ever-flowing state and things are constantly changing, I think the bowl is one of the methods that makes it easiest to work with because you do have to keep working with it. It's not something that you sort of set and forget like a lot of other spell work is. You do have to check in with it regularly. For me, I am going to be checking on mine weekly. You just have to do whatever works for you. I associate Thursdays with prosperity and money workings. Those tend to work the best for me. You might want to phase it with a moon cycle, with the sun being in a particular astrological sign. A lot of different ways to time it, but I've always found that days of the week sort of focuses my spell work in general, and I use Thursdays for prosperity workings. And that makes it easy to remember to check in with my bowl every Thursday and give it a little refresh so that it continues to flow and the money continues to flow in. There are no set ingredients for your money bowl. I am just going to run through some of the most popular correspondences and then you'll see mine in particular, but you obviously do need a bowl. And I think the most important thing to include in there is money of some sort, so coins or paper money, so that the spell knows what it's working with. That is what it's looking to attract from. The universe is more of what you are putting in that bowl. So I think those are the two most important things, but from there you can include a whole bunch of different correspondences. You can use any bowl that you want. You will see that I am using a gold one. Things in green and gold tend to be associated with money. That is standard here in the United States, but I know other places have very colorful money, so that might not be the same associations for you, but it is kind of universally accepted that green and gold are great for prosperity workings, but again, that is up to you and what you associate money, what color that is. It is kind of like the debate in grade school about notebooks, like which subject is which notebook color. People have very strong feelings about what color subject should be what, like what color notebook you should have for English, what you should have for math and science. Let me know in the comments if you have ever had that debate and what your colors are because my math notebook was always green, because numbers to me are like numbers and money, and that just makes sense. But people feel very strongly about math being blue. So you let me know how that worked out for you in grade school. Some other things to include in your bowl is rice. Rice draws prosperity into the home. That's something you'll see that I am using. It's green in particular, so it's like double correspondence. But rice makes a nice base to add everything else to. There are a ton of herbs that are associated with money, prosperity, abundance. You can use any sort of mixture that you like. Anything in the mint family is very helpful for this and smells good. You could do cinnamon, basil, bay leaves, pennyroyal, five-finger grass, chamomile, nutmeg, rosemary. There's seriously so many you could pick from. Crystals are another popular option to add, and again, that's going to be anything in that green and gold family. So pyrite, also known as fool's gold, jade, bloodstone, emerald, moss agate, green goldstone, and of course clear quartz is great for everything. Seeds and pine cones are also associated with prosperity, and depending on how you are going to work the bowl and feed the bowl each week or month, whatever works for you, you might want to add oils and candles. And as you can see up there, I have the giant green candle. That's sort of what I'm starting with, and that is going to be burning a little bit each week. So it's kind of a money bowl and candle in one. But I am going to be saving the oils to feed it each week. You can use any of the oils that are associated with those herbs, or you can make your own oil blend. I happen to have oil blends that I've purchased from stores. I think I have a prosperity one, and I think I have one that is related to Jupiter, which is associated with Thursdays and money and prosperity. So when I sit down on Thursdays to spend a little time with that bowl and that candle, I can add a few drops of that oil to refresh everything. So those are the money bowl basics and some things that you can include. Now let's hop over and look at exactly what mine is going to be looking like. Here is my setup. I have a little altar cloth going here, and then this is what I am planning on using for my money bowl. It is a candle stand, but since it's got this rounded edge, it's got a lot of room. The main thing I'm going to be doing is this money candle, pillar candle. It's huge. This candle is already charged, and as you can see, it has essential oil and fragrance in it for nutmeg, clove, citronella, cinnamon, myrrh, and rain. So it smells good. It has all of the correspondences of money in those herbs, and plus it's green. And over to the side here, I also have a bunch of other options that I could use. First up, I have this little notepad here that has these sticky notes in it, and this is what I use for drawing sigils on or writing down my intentions. So this is the piece of paper where I am going to specifically write what it is that I am looking for and what I want the money for, like how much it's for and what it's for, write it on here. And I am going to fold this up and place this in the bottom of this bowl, and the candle will sit on top of it. And I do have green and gold pens here, so that is what I'm going to be using to write down my intentions on this paper, but that's absolutely not necessary. Just an extra correspondence could also just be written in black. And as far as the base around the candle, I am going to be using this rice, which is, again, already charmed. This is from one of my local witchcraft stores, Malaway Brothers. I love it there. Rice in general attracts prosperity into the house, but specifically money intention rice is just an extra step going beyond that. I have already made sure that all of my items are cleansed. There's a lot of ways to cleanse things before you begin. Smoke is the most common, running it through incense smoke. You can also run it over a candle flame. You can use water or just your energy. You can use crystals, lots of different ways to cleanse. So my stuff is all ready to go. First thing I'm going to do is put my intention in the middle there, and then the candle will go on top. And as I am placing each item in, I am just holding onto it, letting it know exactly what I'm looking for, sending my energy and intention into it, and letting it know why specifically I am using that particular item and what I would like it to do. From here, I'm going to add my other correspondences, just whatever is calling to me. The first thing I'm going to do is add the coins. I would say that the actual money itself, the physical money, is one of the most important things to include in here because, again, that is like attracting like. So you have the coins in here. If you have dollars, paper money, that's fine too. You can add those things. So I am going to put the coins in here. I have some crystal options here. So I have this piece of pyrite, I have some jade, and then I have a green gold stone. I know that is hard to see on the camera, but it is like a dark green color and it's got this green sort of glitter running through it. Pyrite is one of my favorites. I'm definitely going to be using that. And I think I am going to include the green gold stone in here. I also have some oils here. So I have a Jupiter oil, a prosperity oil, and a steady work oil blend. All of these are already infused with that energy. I could go ahead and anoint this now, but I think what I'm going to do is save these, and the oils will be my go-tos when I'm working on this each Thursday. The oils will be a nice thing to be able to add to reactivate it and give it that extra boost each week. And here I have a bunch of different herb options. One that I know I am definitely going to add is the cinnamon chips. I have sticks as well, but I like the chips. They're going to go nicely around the side here. Cinnamon is great for attracting prosperity, and it adds speed to each spell. So when I am looking for the money to come in a little bit faster, cinnamon is a great thing to add. We also have bay leaves here. Another one of my favorite options. Bay leaves work great in money spells, and they're great for wish magic as well. I am just going to add one bay leaf for now because, again, I think this is something that would be easy to continually add to this bowl. Another two options that I have here are peppermint and pennyroyal. Anything from the mint family is going to work well in money spells. I think I'm going to save this one to add a little bit later. But I am going to go ahead and add the pennyroyal now. That is one that always works really well for me when it comes to prosperity workings. And in general, pennyroyal is just one of my favorite herbs to work with. And pennyroyal is of that mint family as well, so it smells really good. And the last one that I have here is some five-finger grass. And this is another one that I'm going to save. Five-finger grass works really well in money magic. I don't always love the smell of it because this is a very earthy, grassy smell, like that fresh cut lawn smell, and that is not my favorite. So this is the blend that I'm going to stick with for now, but at least I enjoy having this on hand to use in future money spells if I want, or if I feel the need to add it to this. And that is what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and light this candle, and then I will sit with this for a while and just infuse my energy into it and think about what it is that I am asking, and then set it up on my bookcase where I can check in with it every Thursday and refresh it. So you will likely see this in the background of some upcoming videos, and you will know what it is. So that's it. That is my money bowl. Hopefully you enjoyed and you got some ideas for your own. This is something that I'm going to be starting again with finances and the holidays in mind, and just something that I can continue to check on. And it is going to be just the start in my series of money related spells and rituals. So if you want to see the rest of them that I'm planning, then do let me know in the comments, because there is a sort of ladder, like witch's ladder, but for money specifically, that is in the Modern Witch book here by Devin Hunter that I want to try, and that is placing 12 different, make a money charm bag or whatever it is, they're different spells, and then tying them within this sort of knot structure in a witch's ladder. And I really want to do that, so I am going to be doing those different spells and rituals to end up making that ladder, and that is something that I'm going to be working on in 2024. So if you are interested in that, do let me know, because ideally in 2025 we want to go for like a good amount of time to Disney World and Universal Studios. Do you know how much money you need to go to Disney World these days? Like, this is insane. The prices are wild. Like the park prices themselves, the hotel prices, souvenirs, it is all just like so expensive. So that's when my money workings are going to be going towards paying for a Disney trip in a year and a half. That is it for money bowls. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments. And if there is anything that you want to see in particular coming up in October, let me know, because like I said, there will be a video every single day. And I have lots of ideas, but I don't know if I have 31 ideas. So do let me know and I will add those in. But also I will be back and see you next week to chat about grimoires. I believe that is the next video that is going to come up, because I am going to try and film that right now before I lose the light. So you'll see me looking exactly like this next week. Until then.